Ever wondered why some startups succeed while others fail miserably? It's a question that has puzzled many for years. The key, as it turns out, may lie in a book titled The Lean Startup by Eric Ries. This book, a must-read for those with a passion for entrepreneurship or startups, uncovers the principles that can be the difference between success and failure. The main concept? A successful startup is not just about having a great idea or a robust business plan. It's about continuous innovation. It's about learning from your customers, pivoting when necessary, and growing in a sustainable manner. It's about being lean. And this book, The Lean Startup, is your guide to understanding these principles and applying them to your own entrepreneurial journey. So, are you ready to dive into the world of lean startups? Let's get started. The first step in creating a startup is having a vision. This is the cornerstone upon which Eric Ries builds the foundation of his groundbreaking book, The Lean Startup. Vision is not just about having a brilliant idea or a groundbreaking product. It's about envisioning where you want your startup to go, the impact you want it to have, and the change you want it to bring about. Now let's dive into the nitty-gritty. In the book, Ries emphasizes that entrepreneurs should start with a strong vision. This vision acts as the North Star, guiding every decision, every pivot, every step that the startup takes. Yet, it's crucial to understand that this vision is not set in stone. It's not a rigid construct that remains unaltered, come what may. Rather, it's a fluid entity, ready to be shaped and reshaped based on the feedback entrepreneurs receive from their most important stakeholders, their customers. In the hustle and bustle of setting up a startup, it's easy to lose sight of this crucial fact. Entrepreneurs might be tempted to stick to their original vision, come hell or high water, but Ries warns against this. In The Lean Startup, Ries talks about the importance of staying flexible and adaptable. He encourages entrepreneurs to listen closely to their customers, to take their feedback seriously, and to adjust their vision accordingly. Because at the end of the day, a startup is successful only if it meets the needs of its customers. And who better to tell you what those needs are than the customers themselves? So as you embark on your entrepreneurial journey, armed with a vision and a dream, remember to stay flexible. Be ready to tweak your vision, to make adjustments, to pivot if necessary, because a vision that is not adaptable is a vision that is doomed to fail. Remember, a vision without flexibility is like a ship without a rudder. It might be moving, but it's directionless, aimless, and ultimately fruitless. So keep your vision strong, but keep it flexible. That's the secret to a successful startup. Now that you have a vision, how do you steer your startup in the right direction? Let's delve into the second concept of the Lean Startup by Eric Ries, which is steer. This concept is all about guiding your startup in its journey. How do you do that? Well, Ries presents a simple yet powerful tool, the Build, Measure, Learn feedback loop. It's like your startup's own GPS system, always recalculating the best route to reach your destination. Imagine you're a captain of a ship in the middle of the ocean. You have a map and a compass, but the sea is unpredictable. You can't just set a course and hope for the best. You have to constantly adjust your course based on the winds, the currents, and the storms you encounter. That's what the Build, Measure, Learn loop is for your startup. Now let's break it down. Build is about creating a product or offering a service. It's about putting your vision into action. Once you've built something, you then measure its performance. How do customers respond to it? What are the sales numbers? What's the feedback? But it doesn't stop there. The learn aspect is crucial. This is where you take the data you've gathered, analyze it, and learn from it. What worked, what didn't, what can you improve? But the real kicker here is that this learning isn't just theoretical, it's validated learning. It's about proving that your startup is actually making progress. And how do you do that? Through experimentation. Test your ideas, see how they fare in the real world, and then use that information to steer your startup's course. But remember, steering your startup is not a one-time event. It's a continuous process of learning and adapting. Just like the sea captain, you'll need to keep adjusting your course as you navigate the unpredictable waters of the business world. So keep your hands on that wheel, keep your eyes on the horizon, and keep steering your startup towards success. You have a vision and you're steering your startup, but how do you accelerate growth? Let's dive into the third concept of Eric Ries, the Lean Startup, accelerate. As the name suggests, this phase is all about picking up the pace. But how exactly do we do that? The answer lies in the Build, Measure, Learn feedback loop. Imagine you're on a racetrack. The build, measure, learn feedback loop is your car, and acceleration is the speed at which you complete each lap. Your goal is to reduce the time it takes to go from building a product to learning from it, and then circling back to build again. The faster you can complete this loop, the quicker your startup can grow. Now let's talk about a couple of tactics that can help you speed up this process. First up is continuous deployment. This practice involves releasing product updates more frequently, often several times a day. By doing this, you can quickly gather data about what works and what doesn't. It's like having a pit crew on standby, ready to tweak your car at a moment's notice, making it faster and more efficient with each lap. Next, we have split testing, also known as A/B testing. This is a method of comparing two versions of a web page, product feature, or other business element to see which performs better. It's like having two drivers on the track at once, each testing a different strategy. The one that gets the better lap time is the one you stick with. So to accelerate your startup, you need to speed up your build, measure, learn feedback loop. Implement techniques like continuous deployment and split testing to collect data and make informed decisions faster. Think of it this way. Every lap you make on the build, measure, learn track is a step closer to your vision, and the faster you can make those laps, the quicker you'll reach your goal. Remember, the faster you learn, the faster you grow. So, we've covered vision, steer, and accelerate, but what's the big picture here? Let's take a moment to reflect on what we've discussed. We dove into the vision, which is all about establishing a clear direction for your startup. Then we navigated through steer, where we learned about the importance of steering your startup in the right direction by using validated learning. And finally, we accelerated, focusing on how to speed up the build, measure, learn feedback loop to achieve success faster. This loop, my friends, is the backbone of the lean startup methodology. It's the process that keeps startups innovative, adaptable, and always learning. It's about constant improvement and rapid adaptation to change. This is just a summary, though. To truly grasp these concepts, take the plunge and read The Lean Startup. Dive deeper and let Eric Ries guide you through the intricacies of startup success. The Lean Startup isn't just about how to create a successful startup. It's about being innovative, adaptable, and always willing to learn. So, are you ready to take the leap?